Namaste. Zanoni Snowflake here. So we're going to start. We have our beautiful, which arrived today, Black Obsidian Snowflake, Angel, and an Amethyst Angel that we got with this beautiful little oil as well. A Raziel, Archangel Raziel oil, mind expansion. And if you like them, if you go to A to Z Emotional Health, the lovely lady on there, sorry I forget your name, sells them on her shop, and she does the most beautiful tarot readings and oracle readings as well. And she has this free website with lots of information and free material and tools of how to work and dance with your emotions, so you may want to check her out. So we also bought these some Palo Santo and some sweetgrass. So we're just going to start with some white sage, what the Native Americans use to clear away negativity. And it's scientifically proven it does actually change the ions in the atmosphere. So it creates more space, bringing in more of the negative ions. I hope that didn't disturb too much. It's sunset time. We normally do about 11 minutes of sounding for sunset time with our 1111 portal. So yeah, we're just clearing the energies, clearing the negativities away with the white sage, the Native American Indian tool. And then we'll use the Palo Santo. Does a similar thing. It clears away the negativity, but it also does, hold on a second, it does the trauma. So if I just read the information out on the pack that she writes down on it, Palo Santo, literally translated, means holy wood. Its wood comes from a tree called Bursera graveolens, and coming from ancient Incan traditions has been used for centuries as an energy cleanser. So rather than the Native Americans using sage, the Incan traditions use Palo Santo. Not unlike the use of white sage in Native American ceremony, the energy of Santo Palo is said to be capable of resetting any energy that has been influenced by trauma, negativity or conflict. Indeed, it is considered so powerful that it neutralises negativity before it even starts, therefore offering protection during periods of upheaval, transition and healing. So that is what we're just going to bring in now. So if you do have any clearing that you want to transcend or transform, doing some sounding, some buzzing, some humming will work really well. So you can buzz like a bee. With so much gratitude, energies, great spirit, Allah, Buddha, our gorgeous viewers, my beautiful body, our lovely altars. It's very nurturing to, when you inhale, making sound on the exhalation, a low nurturing tone. And now we're going to bring in some beautiful sweet grass, which is woven into a plait. It has, so here we go. Just put these energies into the space. Becoming increasingly rare, where a sage will disperse negativity, sweet grass will literally attract positivity. And so the combination of the two can be quite magnificent when working with ceremony to release negativity and reverse the energy within any form of challenging situation. And we put the Palo Santo in between so that we could reset before the sage, before we did this and after the sage, and just to make sure all the negativity's gone, because we're clearing a lot of generational trauma line with the Catholic Church. Sweet grass, when burned, gives off a wonderfully sweet vanilla scent and is one of the most relaxing energies that I have experienced in learning to use different herbs. So thank you, sweet grass, Palo Santo and sage. We appreciate you. The snowflake obsidian brings protection and alignment. And all of these cylinders and the black stuff is shungite, which is what we use to purify our water with. And it's I think it's from Russia, somewhere in Russia. And then our amethyst crystal, connection to the divine, and a stronger connection, heightens your intuition, and a lot more. It's considered a master crystal. So, a little bit of thank you, my beautiful angel. So the bottom of the pack, we'll start with the top actually. The top of the pack, the conscious, the seen, the aware, surface, reason for the reading. Number 2, mandala. Now actually, if you've heard of Jane 108, he does a lot of sacred geometry and math, and explaining it in the connections in an understandable way. And I forget what he calls it, jhana or janal. I don't know. It's a mandala, but it's more of an appropriate, accurate name for it, of the multidimensional healing kind of circular cylindrical movement that a mandala is, whereas a mandala I think is more of a 2D thing. I may be a bit mistaken in that, but we'll see. So number 2 is the number of patience, balance, choices. You need a lot of patience to make choices and gain balance. And it's the sacred round. So that's the conscious aware spectrum of energy dynamics, sacred round. Very healing and very meditative. If you're not one to meditate, or you may be a bit stuck in the traditional, conventional understanding of meditation, then our advice would be to look up other meditations. You've got still meditation, active meditation. Meditation to us is just a word meaning to focus your energy on one thing and be present in the moment. But for us, it's not necessarily focusing our energy on one thing, because with our alternate personalities and our dissociative identity disorder, the DID, we will focus and be present on 4 or 5 things in the moment sometimes. So we'll have different things going on in each ear with headphones on, and then we'll have music or something going on in the background while we're writing or drawing at the same time. And sometimes we'll write and draw with both hands at the same time. It's Mars time now. So, yeah, so what I was saying was colouring in, if you mandala colouring in, you've got some really meditative colouring in books, which is an active, a more gentle active meditation rather than like a dynamic body action meditation of a vinyasa flow, a fast yoga, or more of a static yoga from the external point of view anyway. There's always movement going on in the body, of like Iyengar yoga, which is about posture and alignment. You're still got yoga because you're utilising your hands and you're utilising hand-eye coordination, and you're dancing with colour energies. So the bottom, unseen, unaware, underlying reason in the spectrum of energies is number 53, infinity. And this was why we I can't remember what it was, but we just not long ago did the Aries read, which we were a bit late for, but these are timeless. And I think these are part of a package that's going to be put together of a learning to be one's own teacher, guru, healer, therapist, so that you don't actually need anyone else to facilitate your healing. You do it all on your own, and you've got all the different tools there to do it. And got different options to do. So if you're got any kind of disorders or ailments, it's suitable for everyone. But if you do have an ailment or disorder or a disease and you can't get out of bed for some reason, then it's stuff that you can actually do in bed, because a lot of it starts with just utilising the breath and becoming aware of the breath. Now I love this because 53, 5 and 3 are two numbers from the Fibonacci sequence, but going backwards. So the Fibonacci sequence, and you may want to watch the Aries moon transits, Sagittarius, Sun energy shift empowerment, to delve in with a bit more of the Fibonacci understanding through sound, because we do a Fibonacci sounding phi golden ratio pulse reset, and we also do the body proportion ratio pulse reset, Fibonacci pulse reset. So the Fibonacci sequence goes 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233, etc. And what it does is it's adding the two previous numbers together. So 1 and 2 make 3, 3 and 2 make 5, 3 and 5 make 8. So that's how you get the next number. So that's why we're loving this number. Plus it's the circle with a twist in it, and the figure of 8 is you have your central nervous system, your spine energetically is your shushuma, so the channel where energy will kind of come in and go directly out, but the energy that comes in and then spirals around your body follows these figure of 8 patterns, and that's related to your collarbone areas and your sit bone areas that create that figure of 8, accessing all the planes. So you've got the horizontal plane, the vertical plane, and then the depth plane, which is like your sagittarial, your medial, we forget we don't forget the accurate words. It's different orders hold different information, so we can't get it all out when we want in one moment. So the 5 is the number of change, which brings freedom, and 3 is a feminine number of creative expansion, creativity, and it's beyond measure. Beyond measure. Of course, infinity is no beginning, no end. A circle with a twist in it has no beginning and no end, but it does have a central pivot point of balance where the crossroads is in the middle, and that's what the golden ratio, the phi, that centre, the balance, comes from our definition of understanding it, of where we currently are in our present states of consciousness. And so the card given was 50, 5 logarithm 10, a big dose of change to bring freedom, and it's the octahedron, which stands for 8. So it's 2 tetrahedrons together, and a tetrahedron is a 4-sided pyramid, so it's one of them on top of each other. Not quite like what this one is here, but we do actually have, we've only got one, I thought we had 2. I was going to put them together. We do over here. So we have one pyramid here. We used to have an octahedron, but I'm not sure where it is. And we have another pyramid here. So when you put the 2 together, these are shungite, by the way, you get your octahedron. At least I think that's what it is. We used to be good at maths, and we still are, but as I said, it's certain altars that are, not all of us, and we don't have access to those ones as much at the moment, but we're gaining it constantly as we heal our brain more from the seizures. So 50, octahedron, child. And we're going to do the polarized first. Your child feels wounded and alone and doesn't want to go out and play. You may be physically ill or in a state of emotional distress. You may find yourself caring for a real or elder child. In these difficult situations, look to the wisdom of your inner child and adjust your intent toward the healing that must take place so that the light of happiness can again enter the lives of everyone you love. The octahedron, with its 8 triangular faces, is one of 5 three-dimensional geometric shapes commonly called the Platonic solids. Each has equal angles, edges of equal length, and equal faces, and each would fit within a sphere. Within their structure, they hold cosmic wisdom. This card honours your inner child. My inner child's giggling at this. I don't know what it's laughing at though, or she's laughing at, or he, whichever one it is. I've got a few. Pulling it, you are asked to remember to connect with that perfect being within and play with the reason for your inquiry. Have serious matters of late prevented you from laughing and feeling the joy that is your birthright? Your child wants to run and dance and feel the air streaming over bare skin. Your child laughs at the serious face you make as you look in the mirror and tells you, "Lighten up." Your child is curious and adventuresome and sometimes even reckless, but always, always, always in a state of growth. Listen to this magical part of yourself and honour the messages you receive. Give yourself a hug. So we're just going to cross our arms over our shoulders and smile and shake and wiggle from left and right and up and down, forwards and backwards, and just do a little bit of laughing yoga, which we're generally not that comfortable with, but it tends to normally end in true laughter. So join in with us and give it a go. We can start with how one spells it. LOL, tee hee, he tee, he tee. They like to do it backwards for us. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 tee, ha 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 ha. A nice big sigh at the end. It can feel a bit uncomfortable, but all of these are such great, gentle, powerful tools which are free and we have with us all the time to facilitate lowering anxiety and healing the frayed nerves, bringing our body and the meridians and the nadis back into alignment. And talking about that, we got our blue calcite, which is for frayed nerves and lowering anxiety. Beautiful stones. It was a good selection we got, actually. We'll show you while we're here the other two. Aragonite, which I think strength and support, and then some massive piece of raw carnelian. Which, our mind's gone a blank, restores vitality and brings motivation. So there we go, my beautiful people. From our heart to yours, much love and gratitude. Have a fabtacular weekend. Zanoni Snowflake Purcell.